and welcome
Hello.
to Deaf and Dumb.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Dan.
I'm Dudley. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
The Dumb and the Deaf.
The Deaf and the Dumb.
Mm-hmm.
So, we've played a lot of games this
We
week.
played some games this week.
Yeah, we played a bunch of games this
Well,
week.
mostly this weekend.
Well, I played stuff all week.
I played a little. Well, mostly this weekend.
Yeah. I'm still digging my new 3DS.
Yes.
Yeah, it's new to me, and it's called the new 3DS.
Yes. The new 3DS.
Mm-hmm.
Your new
My
new
new
3DS.
3DS.
Yes, there you go.
Um,
Got it all clear.
So I was, last week I talked about playing Super Mario Brothers 3, which
Yeah.
I was still playing,
Yes.
and I've been still also playing Box Boy,
Mm-hmm.
which I think I'm close to the end of it.
Yeah. I was watching you play a little bit
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, it's an interesting game.
It looks fun.
Yeah, it's fun. It's like a fun little puzzle game,
Mm-hmm.
and I also got Super Mario World.
Yes.
I've been playing it.
That game still looks great.
It looks great, doesn't it?
Looks great.
It's a good-looking game.
Yeah, especially in our modern age where we
Mhm.
have, platformers with that kind of style. Except that back then that was what games were.
Yeah.
And now we make them now. That looking back at that game, it looks great.
Yeah.
It's just a good looking game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I mean, there are games now that imitate that style.
yeah, they imitate that,
Yeah.
and that's what they're recreating, and
Mhm.
those look good. But Super Mario World looks
Super
good.
Mario World looks great.
It looks good.
And it's such a complex game. I mean, if you think about it, like from the first Mario game,
Yeah.
where it's just kind of a basic platformer, and they would hide little things, but with each game there was more and more hidden things, more
Yeah.
secret routes you could take. Super Mario Brothers 3
Yes.
had a bunch of that stuff where you could secret routes, how to skip world and stuff. And then while Super Mario World had like a big map you move through,
Yeah.
and there are like secret routes and hidden giant switches that turn blocks on for a bunch of other levels,
Yeah.
and the Star Road and all that
Mhm.
stuff, and
Just all kinds of fun
all
stuff.
kinds of fun stuff. And some of it I remember, and some of it I'm like, I know there's something here, but I don't know how
Yeah.
you get there. It's a cool game.
Yeah.
It's a really cool game. It's been kind of cool.
And
It's been nostalgic.
It makes me sad because I can't get into the Super Nintendo games.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't work on the 2DS.
Yeah.
You have to have a
Yep.
new 3DS to play those.
Mhm.
And so I was looking at the Nintendo store or shop or what is it called?
The eShop.
eShop. And I can't. There's a lot of games on there I would like to play, but I
Mhm.
don't have the system to do it.
That supports
so,
it, yeah.
Well,
I mean, with Super Mario World, I do have 3 saves, so you could play it.
oh yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I am not playing
if you're
it.
not playing,
If I'm not playing it, I
Yeah.
will allow you to
'Cause
play it.
I've run out of things to play on my 2DS.
Yeah.
When I talked about last week, I was almost finished with the all the levels.
And
I don't know
no,
if I
you were
I had
finished.
I had finished last
yeah.
week, so I was finished it, and I was trying to get enough
in
pick rights.
Pokemon Picross.
Pokemon Picross. Didn't I say?
Nope, you didn't say it. You
I
said
did,
that.
I
did it last week. You
I
just start.
Everyone's just supposed to know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, they don't.
Read my mind. I was playing Pokemon Picross.
Yeah,
And last week I was talking about I was trying to get to the alt world.
yeah.
And I finally unlocked it, and I don't want to play it
Yeah,
anymore.
it's not. It's kind of disappointing.
Well, yeah,
it's just-
because I was like, oh, it'll be new puzzles, and then it's
No,
not.
it's the same
really. It's the
images.
same puzzles, but different clues.
Yeah, it's the same image. It's the same order of pixels. It's
Yeah.
just
it's just
the
how
way
it
you
tells
get to them are a little
different.
different.
So it's kind of lame.
Yeah, it's kind of
I
lame.
was like, oh, I was expecting different pictures,
And there's no real reward for doing them.
And there's nothing. There's no motivation
No.
at all to do the alt world,
Yeah,
other than getting the achievements, which
Yeah, I didn't care
at this
about.
point I'm like, okay.
I didn't care about. I never cared about.
So
those.
I don't think
played
I'll
them a
be
little
playing
bit.
it
Like when I
anymore.
felt like solving those kind of puzzles, I would jump on it and play it a little bit. But
Yeah.
usually I'd play a couple of levels and then I'd just quit.
Yeah, I probably won't be playing it anymore. I think I've
But-
played it out.
Yeah.
So that's kind of disappointing. That was my daily, I just go and
Yeah,
play it for
your
a little
casual
bit.
game.
Casual game
Yeah.
daily thing. And now I don't have anything to put in that, so I have to find
Yeah.
out something else. I've been filling it with iPhone games. So,
Yeah. That's always
which are
always-
free
yeah.
and good.
Not all of them, but yeah, a bunch
A
of them.
lot of them are free. The ones I play are
most
free.
of the ones I play are free. Because
All the ones I play are free.
there have been very few iPhone games that I'm like, yeah, I'll buy this.
Yeah, I don't. I think I've only ever bought one or two.
Most of the ones I've paid for have been games I've played somewhere else first.
See,
like,
mine aren't even that.
Final Fantasy 1, I played through and finished on
iPad.
I had played it before. I had a Game Boy Advance version of it, and I played like a little bit of the original.
Yeah.
And yeah, and so it was games I'd played before, but I was like, oh, I can have it on my phone. And I actually got further in playing it on my phone than I ever did in the previous version.
Yeah.
And then, like, I did for when I had an iPad, I did have a copy of Grand Theft Auto 3 on it.
Yeah.
And it played actually weirdly well.
Yeah,
on an
I
iPad
remember
too.
that, yeah.
It actually ran fairly well. I hear it runs a lot better now on the newer gen iPad. But yeah, the control. I thought the controls would be weird, but it actually worked okay.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so you're still playing you got the 3DS. You're playing through some games.
Yeah,
on it.
I've been playing those games and enjoying them. I'm trying to decide if and when. Well, I will buy another game, but more games on it. I'm not sure what the name. I'm not sure if I'm going to buy any more Virtual Console games, or if I'm going to wait till
Sun and Moon.
Wait till Sun and Moon comes out and buy it and play it.
Yeah,
I know I'll play it a bunch. I'm not really sure yet. And if I do buy another Virtual Console or download a game off the eShop, I'm not sure what it'll be.
Yeah,
just yet.
Yeah.
I will look into that.
We played some board games this weekend.
Yes, we did.
We played Codenames, which we talked about not long ago.
We talked about,
we played it. We went to a housewarming party.
Yeah, our buddy Gary. He went off and bought a house like a true adult.
Yes, like an adult should.
And so he had us and several other people over, and we hung out and we brought some board games along.
Yeah,
and
of course.
We played Codenames with our buddy Josh and his girlfriend.
His girlfriend.
Our buddy Julie.
His lady friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, I was partners with, I'm sorry, I was thinking it was Julia.
It's Julie.
It's Julie.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't know if I ever said it wrong to her, but hopefully she's not listening to this show.
I'm going to tell her to listen now.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. Julie.
Yeah.
So, I was partners with her, and you were partnered with Josh, which gave you all a slight advantage.
A slight advantage because we've known each other a while.
Known each other, and I've only met her a couple of times.
Yeah.
But we did all right. Y'all won one game, and then we won the second one.
Yeah. We didn't do a tiebreaker, sadly. I don't know why we didn't.
Not.
We moved on to other things.
We moved on to other games.
But it was a good game. It was fun.
It was fun.
I liked that game a lot.
It's a fun game. It's fun, casual, and it's kind of interesting. You play that brought to light if you're playing with people you don't know that well. Makes it harder. So it's interesting if you know the people you're playing with. Get in the way they think.
Yeah, you know how they might think about things, but I don't know. Sometimes you have to go. I don't know. I wasn't playing with someone I didn't know, so it's hard to say. But yeah, I imagine. But y'all did win one game, so
we did win one game.
Hurt
but
you
that was
much.
Partly y'all's fault because y'all kept picking our stuff. Y'all picked our stuff.
We only
a couple
got
times.
one. No,
it was two times.
No, only once.
Yeah,
only
once.
Once.
It was twice. You got two
I'm
of
pretty
ours.
sure it was only one.
So we were ahead, but we still had four tokens.
No, we only picked one of yours. We didn't pick more
ours.
than one.
Yeah, y'all did two.
Whatever.
Anyway. But yeah, and then we kind of won by that. But it was hard because I was thinking one of her words she gave me was force.
Yeah.
And I had no idea. Well, the first one, the obvious one, was press. And I was like, okay, press, use force. No idea what the second one was. And I was like, but on the deal, there was wake. Like to wake up. Or awakening.
Yeah.
And
so you went a Star Wars route.
So I went Star Wars. I was like, Force Awakens.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, she's kind of a nerdy girl. We're all nerds here.
Yeah.
Surely that's a good, solid...
Yeah.
Because I had no other idea what any of the other ones were, and I was wrong.
No, yeah, you were
It was
wrong.
a neutral spot, and it turned out it was jam.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that's what I would have picked that before Wake.
I didn't even see it. so got it wrong. We did get it later.
That round I kept doing stupid things and then realizing I could have done it simpler.
Yeah.
Like, for whatever dumb reason, I saw on the board I had Moscow and I had roulette.
Yeah.
And I didn't just say Russian 2.
Yeah, Russian roulette, Moscow.
I did say Vladimir Putin, trying to get him to get those two and death for whatever reason.
Death?
Yeah, death. Like to die.
Oh, death.
Not death.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because, he's like makes people disappear and stuff, right?
I don't know. I can't confirm any of that.
Well, so I've heard.
Uh-huh.
So, it was a stretch. And I realized as soon as I said it, like, that was dumb.
You should have went a safer route.
I should have just stuck with Russian, too, and I would have got both of those words.
Yeah,
it would have been fine.
Roulette, and yeah. I mean, Vladimir Putin for roulette is a stretch.
Well, Russian.
Yeah, I
roulette.
get it.
See, I know. That's what I realized it was dumb after I said it. But I'm just gonna, I'm gonna stand by it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I admit that it was not the smartest route, and I did kind of mess us up a little bit because of that.
But after that, we played a new game that I hadn't played.
Yeah,
neither of us
had played it.
Okay, called
Dead Last.
Dead Last.
Yeah.
Josh brought it.
Yeah.
And it's a fun game, and it's weird. It's
really
game.
weird. It's different. It's a, it's kind of like, the setup is basically like Reservoir Dogs. We all have a color, and we all have a card that matches with everyone else's color.
Yeah.
And the whole idea is that we're all trying to subtly, or not so subtly, signal to each other and our, other people at the table to try to get everyone to pick one person to kill.
Yes.
So you want everyone to kind of play in unison, play down the same color card.
You want to be a majority of the people
or the majority of
someone.
And basically everyone who's on, picks the same color and has the most of it, they kill that person. And then basically we're trying to get down to only 2 people so we get a grab at, there's some money on the table that we're all trying to get. And, and so, it took me a while to get my head around it because
it's
like there's a lot of people flashing cards, not absentmindedly, and you realize, oh, they're showing me a card, they want me to get on with that or whatever. And then, but I slowly, and at first I thought I wasn't good at it, but then I just realized that anytime I didn't know what we were doing or I realized, oh, everyone's gunning for me. They're gunning for me.
That was mostly because you were like one of the first ones to survive.
I survived.
So you
just
got
by
a
sheer
lot
luck.
You were the only one, so you got a lot of money right off the gate.
Yeah. And it didn't occur to me that, I'm the only one with money right now, so no shit, everyone's going to try to kill me first.
We're gunning for you because you have the most money. We don't want you to get any more.
Yeah.
So you were left out a lot, but it was really hard.
Yeah.
Because we were also sitting at a square table.
Yeah.
Which makes something... rectangle table.
Squares are equal size.
Yeah, you're right. Rectangular table. And so you can only kind of look at so many people at once, and so people are kind of
doing weird little things, and at first I didn't know what to watch for. I was just kind of like, I would look around and it didn't seem like anyone was doing anything, and then suddenly everyone was playing cards, and I was like, I don't know what we're doing. At one point, Gary was playing footsie with. Well, I was sitting there, and then someone was playing footsie with me, and I was like, and I was looking around, and like, well, there's 4.
Gary next to you.
Yeah, there's 4 people here who could be playing footsie with me right now. Like, it's either like Julie's to my left, you were kind of over to one side, a little out of reach, and then Josh was right across me, and Gary's to my right, and I realized, oh, it's Gary. I had to sit there and process who's kicking me right now.
And then
I was like, Gary, and I was like, it didn't register me, like, why is he kicking me? And I look, and then I was like, and he was showing me a card. I'm like, oh, we're in on this. I forgot.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm included. But then, Julie's over here next to me,
giving you another clue.
Yeah, she kept giving me a clue and kept trying to fuck me. She kept, like, I would be there, and I'm like, oh. I'd be like, she would show me a card, and I'd go, okay, well, how about this one? And I show her another card, and she was like, yeah. And I quickly learned if she agreed to whatever I showed her, she was gonna gun me.
Yeah.
And she got me twice, and I was like, damn it. Well, after I caught on, I was able to save myself. Because the other thing you can do is you think everyone's out to get you, you can play an ambush card, and what happens is,
if you're the majority picked.
If the majority of the card is your color and you play the ambush, you can pick one of them to kill back.
And you survive.
You survive, and you kill one other person.
Yeah.
And they don't, you can survive.
Yeah, it's not like, it doesn't just go, if everyone's against you, you're not just completely screwed.
Of course, if you play the ambush and you're not the majority, you die. You die as well.
So you
don't want to just play the ambush card willy-nilly. You got to actually feel like you're sure that they're actually coming at you.
It's really funny, because you think, at one point I was like, I'm in on it. Josh flashed a card at me, and I was like, okay, I'm in on this.
I'm in on it.
And then I got screwed. They were actually after me. He showed me, I think it was your color. I was like, okay, I got it. And then I started showing that color to other people. I was like, okay, I'm with it. And I put the card down, and then they killed me.
Yeah.
And I was just like, well. So and then I didn't want to trust anything Josh was showing me.
That same round, everyone gunned for you except me. I didn't know. I don't know. I was just like, wait, I thought we were going after Josh or something. I was like, what happened?
Yeah. It was just chaos.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun, but it's a game about subtlety.
Yeah.
And I really liked it, but I wasn't very good at it. It's also interesting, your environment changes it.
Yeah.
So if you're sitting at a rectangle table, you can only look at certain people. You can only show people certain cards. Yeah. Or if I would like to play on a round table where you can kind of look around at everybody, and I can see it being a lot of fun.
At one point, it was you, the other guy that was there that was playing with us, and then Gary's wife, Veronica. We're all sitting on one side, and it was y'all were alive, and it was me, and I was all the way on the other end of the table going, well, I feel kind of left out. And so I was like completely immediately paranoid just because I wasn't closer to y'all or on the same side. Y'all were on the opposite side of the table.
You've been winning, so.
Yeah. And I ended up winning. Me and that other guy.
Yeah, one guy jumped in late.
Yeah. Me and him ended up sharing a victory.
Yeah, he did really well. And I think it's just because he just was silent and didn't rock the boat much.
Yeah.
But
it's a fun game. I would definitely play it some more.
Yeah, it was fun, and it probably wasn't expensive. I don't know. We didn't look at the price. It's just cards.
Yeah, it's all just a set of cards, really.
But yeah, it was fun.
It also has once you get down to only two people alive.
Yeah, it has another game mechanic.
It has a mechanic of basically bluffing or where the two people get a set. There's 4 cash money cards on the table that of random values you can't see, and you get 3 cards. One that says steal, one that says grab a bag and go, and then one that says share. Yeah. And what happens is you both have to size each other up and go, okay, we're gonna play a card, and if you both play a share, y'all each get 2 of the money card. If one person puts share and the other person puts steal, the person who puts share gets nothing, and the steal person gets the money.
Yes.
While if you both play steal, neither of you get it.
Neither gets money, and everyone else gets money.
Yeah. If you both play steal, all the 4 other players get the money.
Yeah.
And so that was cool. I got money. I ended up winning because two people were up against each other and y'all killed each other, and then we got the money.
And
then the grab and run card basically is you can just grab one card and then get away. Basically, so it's kind of a sure thing. Go. Like you could play that and you guarantee getting one card. But if the other person, didn't do that, or you both did that, you left 2 cards.
I assume if the other person did steal, they get the other 3.
Yeah, I assume
and then you would get away.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It's a cool game. I like it a lot.
Definitely, I may have to add that to our collection.
Yeah.
It's a good party game.
Yeah, it is.
Because it's minimum 6 players, but I think you can go up to like 12 or 13 or something.
Really? I didn't look at how many play.
I mean, there's a lot of colors. You look at
that's
the color,
right.
There's so many. I think it's 12. I think it'll play up to 12 people.
Yeah, I can't imagine trying to keep up with that many people.
Yeah, and that's why it'd be great to have like a round table with
big
12
round
people
table
around it, and everyone's trying to signal groups of people.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, because you have your zones, right?
Yeah.
You have the people who are like side by side.
That are gonna work together,
and that are in the line of sight of you. And then you have like the people across the way who you can kind of signal to from there. But if there's someone all the way on the other end of the table, I could never. At one point, I was trying to like get Veronica in on something, but she was kind of blocked between me and Julie, and so I was like having to lean over really far to lick past Julie to get a line of sight on her, trying to go, hey, what are we gonna do? What's going on? And I'm like, and nothing's worse than sitting there and then suddenly everyone's playing cards and you're like, I don't know what's going on.
I don't know who to pick.
I don't know anything.
Yeah, I was trying to give Josh a signal at one point using just my eyes, and I was just like, because I tried to show it to him, but he didn't see it, and I already played it down. And it didn't work, so then he was like looking at me trying to get some information because most people play that. And I was like gesturing with my eyes, and I'm sitting here and I'm right beside him, so it's me gesturing to the right with my eye. There's 3 other people, so he was showing me one of the cards, and then I'd be like, and then the next card, and I was trying to shake my, and he got the wrong one. It didn't work out.
I think the same thing happened because he looked at me, and I did a kind of. I was trying to signal for him to go after Julie, And he didn't. He went after you because he thought to my right. He was looking to his right, not my left. I was looking, because we were across from each other, and it didn't work.
It was bad.
Yeah, it didn't occur to me that me shifting my eyes just means to that direction. It doesn't mean. Do I mean directly left of me, or do I mean directly right of him? It's not clear.
Not hard. I mean, it's not easy at all.
Yeah.
But it's fun. It's a really fun
game. It was really fun.
We played Avalon.
Yeah, Resistance Avalon.
Resistance Avalon. I think we talked about that on the show before.
I'm sure we have. I know we talked about Resistance.
Yeah, we talked about Resistance. Yeah. It's a variation of that.
Yeah, it's basically a theme version of Resistance.
Which was fun. We played 2 games of it, and the first game didn't go well for the rebels.
Yeah, the good guys won almost outright.
Yeah, because we picked it perfect right from the beginning, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
It was me, you, and Josh.
Yeah.
But the next game, it was going really good. I was on the rebel side, and I completely
You were an
fucked
agent
it up.
of Mordred.
I was an agent of Mordred, and we were doing great. Y'all had won 2 rounds, but y'all had no idea, no information on who was what.
And we kept failing votes.
We had failed 4 times.
4 votes.
4 votes
had failed.
So, and then someone was asked, well, if it fails 5 times, what happens? And I was like, and I said, we win. And I was like...
And I didn't register.
No one registered
I heard you say it, and
it
didn't register until Julie just went, you just said we.
Yeah, and I was like...
And I went, he did just say we.
And I had nothing to back it up.
And you were like, shit.
Yeah, and then I just completely fucked it.
Yeah, you were like, oh,
because
man.
of that, there was no way
and
we
because
could win.
of that, Josh picked the next mission, and then we was like, we voted we went with it, and...
We had already voted it down.
Yeah, and so it was me, and, Josh, Josh and the other guy went, and
there was already...
And someone, and it passed, didn't it, or did it fail?
No, it didn't fail. It couldn't have failed.
Yeah, we didn't get. And we quickly realized that, like, with you you were one of the bad guys.
Yeah.
That means one other person. Well, that meant the way the mission shook out is like all we knew for sure was that you were a bad guy and me and Julie were good.
Yeah, so y'all just had to do a process of elimination.
Yeah, and
win.
then but each of us were picking the next 2 missions. So all we knew had to do was me and her and Josh or the other guy, and if it failed, then we go with the other one, and so we're like we won, and all because you
I screwed it up, and it was going
slip.
So good. I was like, oh, we got it down. They're gonna confuse it up. We're gonna may win just because they keep failing.
Yeah,
or we will
just swoop in and
try to get a bunch because they'll be so confused.
But y'all were set up pretty well until you slipped.
I've never done that before, too. That really, I was like, oh, man.
You were doing a lot of amusing things at that party, because that happened, and that made me laugh really hard. And then we were eating and having dessert, and so you went there was a great table of desserts, and
I got one of everything.
You got one of everything, and you showed up, and you're
good.
like, oh, this looked good, and you had these little cupcakes, and they were chocolate cupcake with some green icing on it. And as soon as I saw it, I thought, that's probably mint. And knowing that you don't like mint-flavored stuff.
I don't like mint flavor.
And especially with chocolate, knowing you didn't like that, I was like, he's not going to like that because it's probably mint. And then you took it with a little mini cupcake and you stuck the whole thing in your mouth, started chewing, and your face just went to, this is mint. And you're like, ugh. And I just started laughing so hard.
Yeah, because in my opinion, mint is only mint for one thing, and that is some form of dental care. It's either toothpaste or it's mouthwash. That's fine. That's where mint belongs. Does not belong on chocolate.
So you're not a fan of the peppermint?
I am not a fan of peppermint. I am not a fan of
any kind of chocolate, just
hard candy mint. If it's not in my toothpaste, I don't want it. So yeah, chocolate mints, horrible.
I like mints, like little after dinner mints and stuff.
Nah.
But I'm not wild. I mean, chocolate and mint is okay, but I'm not really wild about it. There are other things I'd rather have.
You're ruining chocolate. Thankfully, the other desserts I got were wonderful.
Yes, they were,
and those cleared my palate.
It amused me greatly. I was highly because as soon as I saw it, I was like, "That's gonna be mint," and he's not gonna like it. Yeah. But I'm not gonna say a word because I'm gonna watch you eat this.
Yeah, because I just thought it's just green icing, They have icing of all kinds of colors that have no additional flavor, which is not needed. All you need is sugar on top of a cupcake.
Man!
I discovered a new game this week, and introduced it to you.
Oh yeah.
You're
I'm
confused.
Not sure.
You're not following?
What game?
The Shenzhen
I.
Yeah. Okay, so Zachtronic.
Zachtronic. We are big fans.
We're big fans. They have Infinifactory.
Infinifactory.
Space Kim. My favorite.
Yeah,
Space Kim is is that your favorite?
I like them all pretty equally. Space Kim was my first one,
That's
so it kind of holds a warm spot in my heart.
That memory.
And I like Infinifactory a lot as well.
I love it.
They also did TIS 100,
and I like that one too.
I didn't play as much because it hurt my head.
It hurts my brain.
And Shenzhen is kind of in the vein of that one.
Yeah, so, and I had talked to you about this a while ago, and I don't know if it was on the show or not. I don't think it was.
It was on the show.
Well, anyway, I had said what would be a great game for this company to make is a game based around electronics where you have me. It's not quite this. Like you're building electronics.
Yeah.
In the game, you're doing that.
Yeah, you were hoping for electrical engineering.
I was
stuff.
more electrical engineering, and like you have resistors and
doing circuit.
You're
diagram
controlling
type
electricity.
Yeah,
well, that's what I wanted.
Yeah,
and so when I saw this, I was like, oh, they did it.
They did. Yeah.
Not quite.
It's
similar. It has modules.
Yeah, it's kind of like it is. You are working on the internal components of an electronic. Some
the theme
device
is
of
electronics.
Yeah, so you're making things that have like chips and stuff, memory and things in it.
Yeah,
but
you're also coding it.
And so it works in modules, kind of like the pipe system in Space Chem, where you have the factories.
Yeah.
It's like you have factories that you have these little factory things that are modules and that you can wire together, and then you program them.
Yes,
like in TIS 100, it's very similar.
The coding's very similar.
Yeah,
to TIS.
and so like in TIS 100, you just have your fixed grid of nodes, and you can use them to move stuff around.
Yeah.
While this one, you can set them up and wire them up how you want, and then program each module to handle and send certain information. Yeah. And it's a little more variety, I think, than what TIS 100 could do.
But I want to say I haven't played as much as you have. Yeah. I bought it, but you've been playing offline, and I have to say I love the setup on it because it doesn't. You start the game. It doesn't have any starting logo. All it shows is it's like the company that you're working for. It has
like an OS screen.
It's an OS screen because you're working for a Japanese company.
Chinese.
Chinese. You're right. Japanese. Oh,
you should
I
be
said
ashamed.
it wrong again.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Chinese. You're working for a Chinese company. I'm sorry for all the Asian people I have offended.
You've immigrated to China for this job as an electrical engineer, and so you see basically your desktop.
Your desktop, and all your missions come through email.
Yeah.
And so you get an email, and everything presented through by email, and a 40-page manual.
Yeah, there's a little PDF. Like in TIS 100, you had like a 12-page printable PDF manual that had all the instructions on how to write program. This one's the same thing, except it's 40 pages, 41
and
pages.
I haven't read it all. I've only read maybe 15 pages of it.
And like the TIS 100 one, there's a lot of meta stuff. There's other documents in it. And there's
emails.
Random other emails and other stuff you have to kind of go through. Like I've encountered a mission where I had to go into the manual to find a formula that I needed to use for this one product.
Yeah.
And
the immersion level is pretty good.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
It's pretty meta.
It's in alpha right now.
Yeah, it's in early access.
It's early access, and I think it's going to release in a few months in full version. The way I understood the update stuff, they're going to release it. It won't be long before the final version.
It feels like a full game.
And all theirs do. They always release it early and then have get input.
Yeah.
And there's a few things I can see maybe they'll change.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's a finished game.
Yeah, it feels like a finished game.
And so it's fun. I played it a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's hurt my head already.
Oh yeah.
And
I've been beating my head against one puzzle for 2 days now.
Yeah, and that's why I like their games. It really makes you think.
And I've talked about this with their games in the past. Is that there's the catharsis that you reach like you spend hours like trying to figure out how to make solve this problem. You know, all their games, you have your input and an output you need to achieve, and you have to use whatever tools they've given you. And it's learning how to use those tools and use them in the right way and use them in clever ways. And there's just a certain level of like catharsis and level of, you know, feeling like you've accomplished something.
Yeah, when you get it.
But when you finally you hit the play button and it works. Yeah. And it keeps working, and you're like, oh, this is, you know, or you know, you hit it, and there's also a level of frustration when you hit it and it runs once and it kind of works, and then it stops working or starts breaking or whatever, and it gets stuck somewhere. And you're like,
the most satisfying feeling in any of those games is if you build something and it works right out the first time.
Yeah.
It's just so
It makes
satisfying.
you feel so smart.
It makes me feel really smart. And then you go to the next puzzle and you're like, I have no idea how I'm going to do this.
I don't have any clue.
And TIS was really difficult. Yeah. And I didn't get very far.
I didn't get that far.
Just because the math in it is tough.
Yeah, I got to where I was like, I don't want to think about math concepts that much. And this one has some level of that because it is very similar to it, but it has a kind of a veil over it of each project is a piece of electronics that you're making for a purpose. So like one of the first one is a fake camera. Yeah. And all you're doing is setting up the thing to blink lights. Yeah. It's got two LED lights on it, and one of them just pulses in a continuous pattern, and then one of them's like a network blinking, and so it's kind of more random pattern. And so you're just setting up the program for those to blink, and it doesn't actually work as a camera.
Yeah, it's
and then
interesting.
It progresses to more complex pieces of electronic that actually do something.
It seemed to have a little more in-depth story to me than like TIS did. TIS had you were on a computer that someone else, you're finding notes and you're kind of reading through the story.
That used to be someone else's computer.
Well, this one you're getting the story through emails and documentation.
Kind of
the characters that are working with.
Corresponding with you. Yeah.
And
but
so
it does feel like, and all their games have kind of an undercurrent of something not quite right. Yeah. Like, I mean, in Space Kilm, the ethical questions of some of the stuff you were doing is like, what, or there's some kind of, you're building, each kind of main section kind of builds to some giant disaster and a monster attacking.
Oh, really?
And you're like, what is going on? And then
really, I didn't play Space Kilm. I couldn't get into it.
And then Infinite Factory is you've been abducted and like, who are these people and why am I making this stuff for?
Yeah. And then you're
and
fighting
this one is
them
just
at
like
point.
Some of the products you're making are kind of questionable. It's like, why are we involved in making fake cameras?
Yeah.
Or, I sold this idea to these people. We're just gonna sell them a bunch of these things, kind of thing. There's a lot of weird little like, why are we making this? Okay, sure.
It's interesting, and I'll probably try to play it some more this week.
You should, because I want to see how you can. I need someone else to bounce ideas on how to do some of this stuff.
That's one thing we always like doing. Is especially on Infinite Factory, we were constantly seeing how each other built these.
Like we would show each other how we, built the solution, and usually they were fairly different. Like our approaches were very different.
Very different.
And some of them were similar, but
a few times we'd sync up, but
for the most part, like. And then we alternated. I would do one in super ridiculously complicated and way over, overthinking the whole thing, and then to come over and you had it some simple way, or the next.
Well, it's like, I was trying to do this whole thing mechanism for turning it this way, and I just did this, and you're like. Okay, and you did it to me big time one time.
I came in and you were banging your head against this.
I was like, project. I get it, but it was really
it was a huge thing, and I'm like, and I'm like, when you're done, come look, and I'll show you what I did. And you're like, okay, and then you came and looked, and you were just like, man, it was so simple, and you're like, I'm finding myself doing that in this one. It's more abstract because instead of having blocks that you're setting up and moving around, you're just writing little lines of code, and it's just the information's progressing through at a certain level, and it's hard for me to wrap my, because I think I get it, and then I start writing it, and I'm like, no, I don't get it. I need to back up and try to get. So I think I'm gonna have to break a notepad out and start trying to diagram some of this stuff, because I'm getting stuck because I keep going around in circles in my head trying to figure out what I'm doing.
Solid game.
I'll
play pretty much anything they put out. They just put out good stuff.
I've never played a body of games that made me think so hard. Yeah. And I like puzzle games. I play a lot of different puzzle games, but I think these are the best and the most difficult.
Well, it's not just the challenge of the thinking, but it's the immersion, and there's always an interesting story to it, and there's always a level of fun to it.
Yeah.
You know, and like Infinity Factory, I love Infinity Factory.
Yeah.
I was just like, I need to go back and finish the game because it was just
I never did finish. I got
really close.
I got really far into it
because you're building some really big stuff at the end. It's huge and complicated, and that's the reason I stopped because I just kept getting stuck, hitting the wall with it. But yeah,
the only one I finished was Space Cam, and that was difficult.
Yeah,
I went back and started trying to replay it, and I could not get back into it for whatever. I kind of played through that whole game over one summer, and I liked it, and I could not stop playing it. I was so obsessed with it.
Yeah.
And I finished it without there were a few of the puzzles I was like, I have no idea how to do this, and I would have to go and kind of watch some videos on how some other people did it just to get an inkling of an idea, because that game, it is difficult. If you can go through Space Cam without looking up help or seeing how someone else did it, I applaud you. It's difficult. You're thinking on a different level than I am.
Yeah.
I mean, I got pretty far, and sometimes I would make it more complicated than needed, but I do find myself I'll get stuck in these kind of routines, and those especially it's in Infinity Factory, where I had a system for timing in Infinity Factory.
Yeah.
So every one of my factories had that system in it.
And that's the fun part is you develop these ideas as you go.
They're like modules.
This is how I do it, and whether that's the right way to do it or not. And then sometimes you push that to the limit, and eventually you'll get to a point where that doesn't work anymore.
It doesn't work anymore,
you have
or
to change
it just bogs down.
Yeah,
or it ends up just the way it takes so long, the way you were doing it, that you need to come up with a more efficient way. And sometimes I could, and sometimes I couldn't. And
that's one of the interesting things about the game, especially in Infinity Factory. You would get to a point where the stuff you would learn to do later, you could go back and do the other missions and make them way more efficient.
Yeah.
You were actually getting better at it. And that sense of
and
growth
when you go back to the
fun.
first missions, you're like, this is so simple.
Yeah.
I can't believe I had trouble when I started this, and you actually kind of grow, and your thinking on it gets so much better.
Yeah.
So you feel like you are getting smarter, and you are
and it's
learning.
Like the same thing with the coding and TIS. Eventually you get to the point where you're like, oh yeah, this is the code, and I do want to do that, and you build on what you learned before. And that's fun. Yeah. Shall we move the news?
Yeah,
did
sure.
You have anything else to talk about?
Well, I wanted to talk briefly about Overwatch.
Oh, okay.
The Halloween update came out.
Yes.
Rob, our brother, Rob, and I we're playing it. We played it today, or yesterday and Friday.
Yeah.
We played it a bit, and of course, new skins.
Yes.
Some of them are pretty amusing. Junkrat is Dr. Junkenstein, kind of a Frankenstein, kind of a mad scientist, and then Roadhog, who's the big kind of fat guy, who wears like a pig mask. He's the Frankenstein's monster, or Junkenstein's monster, and it's pretty fun. And there's some of the new skins are pretty cool. The one for Reinhardt is really cool.
Yeah. I saw it a little bit. It looked pretty dark.
And the brawl right now is a Junkenstein's Revenge or whatever, and it's it's different. It kind of almost feels like Left 4 Dead. If you have only 4 players and there's only 4 characters you can pick from, and you're just surviving. It's
survival.
It's kind of a tower defense. You're defending a door that's being attacked by a bunch of the robots that Junkrat has made, and so it's just a zombie survival thing basically.
Yeah,
and it's pretty fun, and I like it, and we play for. I'll probably play it a little more. That I just enjoy seeing the new skin. However, the new character didn't come out yet.
Oh, it didn't. It didn't come out with the update.
No, it did not. She did not come out with the update. Though Robert was telling me that he heard a rumor that it may be coming out Monday.
Oh, okay.
But we'll see. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't read up on it myself.
We'll
I kind of just take his stuff as it comes out.
Yeah.
But I'm intrigued. I want to see what the new character. I'm always excited to see a new character because Anna came out and I liked Anna a lot and I played her quite a bit.
Yeah.
So the new update's pretty cool.
Okay. On to news. Bless you. On to news.
Excuse me. Can we lead with the big news?
Yes, the big news. The first thing on here, I want to say.
Our buddy Graham?
Yeah, and I read into it a little bit.
Yeah, our buddy Graham was sending me text today.
Yeah, he didn't send it to me.
Yeah, well, just, we're better, we're closer. And that's just how we are. We are better friends than you and him.
Rockstar Games. They released a new logo on their website and on Twitter as a red background with a worn Rockstar logo.
Rockstar logo, which immediately everyone jumps to Red Dead.
Red Dead Redemption.
A new Red Dead game is coming out. It has to be.
It has to be.
People are flipping out about it, basically.
If it is not, then people are going to be pissed off.
They're assholes. If it's not Red Dead, they're assholes. But we know it's Red Dead. It has to be. And that's all they've done. They didn't make an announcement. They didn't do anything. All they did was change all their logos on all their sites, on Twitter and Facebook, all their stuff. They just changed it and then just let people...
Thing is, they did this same thing 5 years ago
with
almost
GTA
exactly
5.
5 years ago with GTA 5.
They did the same thing.
It's a new game announcement. Hopefully this week we'll get the announcement. I don't know how long.
Well, I think the last one, it was within a week or so.
Yeah,
they announced.
So surely this week we'll get the full announcement
of what's coming.
We'll be able to talk about the trailer.
Hopefully in the next episode we can legitimately flip out.
Maybe it'll be coming out real quick. I don't know. It'd be great.
Well, yeah, and I don't know. I mean, I think it was when they announced GTA 5. It was still a year or so before.
Oh, really?
Or maybe 2 years before it would actually come out.
I wouldn't be surprised if it don't come out till next fall or something a year from now. But even then,
I hope it's within a year. If it's longer, I get grumpy.
We don't like early announcements.
I don't like super early announcements.
We like Bethesda and their, hey, we got this game. It comes out in 2 months.
Yeah, we haven't heard anything else about it. We've just heard rumors that they're working on it, and then suddenly it's just like,
oh, here it is.
Here's Fallout 4. It comes out in 3 months or 4 months or whatever. Yeah. I like that model. But we've been waiting for Red Dead because we talked about with E3.
Mm-hmm. That was the big expectation.
Yeah,
that
a lot of people thought they were going to.
And I think there was some expectation they were going to announce it at some Sony thing.
Yeah,
the
Sony
that didn't
thing
happen.
they did. But it didn't happen either.
No.
And so because that was one of the things we were hoping for.
Yeah.
Well, it's coming, or we hope. At least everyone's speculating is. Graham was telling me some numbers. He said that when they did it with the GTA 5 thing, the same thing, it got shared and retweeted like by 5,000 times in the first day.
Mm-hmm.
This one got shared and retweeted 21,000 times in the first hour.
Yeah.
So the response is huge.
People been waiting on this game for a while.
I like GTA. I like GTA 5 a lot. It's a fun game, and they had an update recently that
I played around with it a little bit.
And but I would kill for another Red Dead game.
Man, I love Red Dead Redemption.
Red Dead Redemption is so good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And taking what they've done because it's a progression.
Yeah.
You got Red Dead Redemption and GTA 5 built on some of the stuff they did in there.
Yeah.
And this is going to be
a lot of the mechanics they built up in GTA 5 with the multiple characters and stuff. And a lot of rumors that it's
just imagine Red Dead Redemption Online.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we had a multiplayer.
They had a multiplayer, but this would be like the scale of GTA 5 Online or GTA Online.
I mean, we had a lot of fun just running around shooting each other. In Red Dead Redemption.
And you imagine how fun it will be again.
It's going to be great. I'm excited.
I am too. I can't wait.
I hope,
this week, hopefully next week we can get excited.
Hopefully we'll know something other than they showed a red logo.
Yes.
or next year we'll all be bitter and angry because, we're announcing a new game line. Mm-hmm. We're using the red logo.
Yeah.
Like, you bastards.
You assholes. I don't think they'd do that to us.
No, I don't think so.
It would just be a dick move. Okay. What I have other things. I'm trying to think what to go to next. Cause that's just the highlight of our show right there.
Yeah. I mean, that's just
which is literally
Red
nothing.
Dead fever over nothing.
Which is nothing. We have nothing right now. Let's talk about Night Dive Studios. Night Dive.
That sounds familiar.
They are the ones that are doing the System Shock remake.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
a remaster, whatever you want to call it. Apparently, they did a Turok one as well. Well, they just announced they're doing a Turok 2.
Oh, really?
Which is interesting because we played Turok 2.
Yeah, we did.
It had the multiplayer.
Yeah.
Which is all I remember about the game.
I remember playing the single player a little bit, but I don't remember much about it.
I remember mostly playing the multiplayer, because that had the whole element of raptors versus people with guns.
Yeah. And that was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
And so they're doing a re-release, a remaster, whatever you want to call it, of Turok 2.
Yeah, and that was on the 64? We played it on the 64. I don't know if it was on other systems.
I think it was on other stuff. I don't know. And it came out in 92.
Yeah, it was on the 64. I know that much.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was on anything else.
Well, yeah, this will probably, I'm sure it will be on PC after what they're releasing.
Yeah.
But they're coming out with it.
That's cool.
Or they're working on it, and they just announced that they were doing
check that out.
So that's pretty cool.
They're just doing all kinds of stuff.
They're like a company that's just remastering games,
they're
which is cool.
company.
Taking old games and making them fun again.
Yeah, renewing them.
We talked about Grand Theft Auto a little bit.
Yeah, they had a big motorcycle.
Yeah,
game
they had I
update.
tried to get on and check it out, and I haven't played Grand Theft Auto Online in a while.
Yeah.
But there's a bunch of new stuff, and I don't know if it's in this update or other ones. There's a whole clubhouse thing.
Yeah, that's, I think, one of the new things with
that's in the new one.
Yeah.
There's also something I didn't know about where you could buy real estate.
You could buy property. You could buy apartments and
you could buy apartments
garages
before, but this is like business buildings, and I don't really know what you do with it yet.
Yeah.
I didn't research it. I didn't play very much because it's GTA Online. It's better to play with other people.
I haven't checked it out firsthand yet, but a buddy of mine named Jacob, he was telling me about it. He was checking it out, and he said like you kind of build your own motorcycle club gang basically, and you can kind of venture in, I guess, buying the real estate, or you can add on to your club or whatever to basically have illegal enterprises, so you can like make money from drugs or guns or whatever. And the way I understood it is like there's some kind of system of you can do this stuff, but you have to move things from one place to another. And apparently, I don't think you can do it in a private server. You have to be in a public server.
So you can get robbed.
So basically, you have to move stuff across town to get to further your business, to give them resources to work with. And while you're doing that, you're in the chaos that is a GTA 5 public server where people just murdering each other
and dying constantly.
And you can lose money and whatever you're hauling. So it's like it adds a kind of an element of we're shipping. You get your team together and we're trying to move some stuff and you're protecting it, and people attacking you and trying to just happening without setting up a mission or anything.
Yeah,
that sounded cool. He told me about that. I'm like, that sounds awesome. I want to check this out.
It sounds perfect.
I don't know how exactly it is. This is hearsay. This is what he was telling me about. I haven't checked it out myself.
It sounds awesome.
I have so much else on my plate. I haven't been able to check it out. I know it's going to need to be updated. And
I updated mine just to check it out.
I'm not even 100% sure I have it
installed
right now.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Surely you do, because we played it at the LAN a year ago.
I've reformatted since then, so I'm not 100% sure if it's on there. I have to look.
Well, speaking of GTA, there was a video recently connecting to this.
Okay.
So the guy who played Trevor, Stephen Ogg. Yeah, Stephen Ogg.
Yeah, the guy
who voices. Is that how you say it?
I don't know.
Anyway, he did motion capture and voiced Trevor. Well, he's in a short comedy video that's like this. It's like this VR glasses thing. It's like this guy in a apartment, not him, a different guy. He gets his new glasses, which the acronym for it is GTA.
Oh yeah,
and it's GTA VR. So go on YouTube. It's GTA VR. And if he puts the glasses on, the whole video. It's like a 7-minute video. It's like a live action Grand Theft Auto. Okay. And Stephen Ogg, who's playing Trevor, is doing the tutorial for, and he's just nuts. And it is. That
guy shows up all over the place now.
He's good.
Yeah, he's really good.
Really good.
He showed up in
Breaking Bad. Oh no.
Better Call Saul.
Better Call Saul.
And he's shown up in Westworld.
Yeah, I hope he comes back. I hope he's not just a one-off.
Yeah, he was one of the hosts in Westworld. And, which is such a good show.
Oh man, it's
so good. We could spend a whole episode just talking about that.
But we're not doing a show.
Yeah, we're not doing a show.
We're doing a game show.
We're doing a game show. Maybe we should use different terms.
Yeah, it's maybe and mean less confusing. Some other little things. There was a new trailer for Pokemon Go. Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Yeah.
And it showed off some new Pokemon.
Yeah.
There's a Grimer, Aloha Grimer.
Really?
Yeah. So instead of just a solid purple blob, he's now like multicolored. He has layers of colors on him.
Really?
It looks weird. I only glanced at it. But the one thing that was interesting in it, there's this new Pokemon called, and I'm going to say it, but I don't know if I'll say it right.
Okay.
Silvally?
I don't know.
Silvally. That's what I'm going with.
Okay.
Silvally. and it's a weird little. I don't know how to describe it. It's a Pokemon.
Yeah.
But it's a normal type on its own.
Okay.
But if it holds a certain item, it changes types.
Ooh. That's
so it
cool.
can be, I think, any of the other types.
As long as you have the item.
You have to give it the item, and then it holds that item, it becomes that type.
That's super useful.
It's really interesting.
That's a game changer.
That is very, very big. Because you basically have this one Pokemon that can fill the placeholder of, like if you're missing something.
Or if you go into a fight and you don't have it, you can get them to hold this item and you're ready.
And not even that. It's also, you only have to level up one Pokemon.
Well, yeah, but you
don't have to have one of all the different types.
Yeah.
You just have this one, and you level
one
it up,
solid
and then
Pokemon.
Go, here's this type now, and this type. Oh, sounds great.
Well, if they won't, I imagine. I'm wondering what his moves list will be like.
I don't know.
I'm curious because it's one thing to be a certain type, but it helps to have moves that those types to use.
Yeah, I assume they will change, but I don't know.
I don't know. I'm curious how that works.
Wait and see what it does.
I'm really excited about Sun and Moon.
Yeah. That's coming out next month.
Next month. Mm-hmm. Later next month. Mm-hmm. I think it's like the 18th or something.
Yeah, middle of next month.
Middle of next month. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what else I got. DualShock 4 is coming to PC. Steam, it's going to be supported.
Yeah.
They didn't have to say when. I think there's a big Steam update coming.
Oh, yeah.
I
know they were releasing some, I don't know when either, but I know they were releasing support for PC for using the DualShock.
Yeah, and Steam will be having support. Apparently, it's one of those things, the reason they're doing it first is which Xbox controllers always had support.
But because Microsoft.
But the reason this one, kind of the next one is a lot of the way it works is the same way as the Steam controller. It has a lot of the same features, the touchpad and all that stuff. So it's gonna be. I think it's whenever they update Steam again, it's going to have it. So
okay. Yeah, because I know they were releasing like an adapter where you could basically plug in and use your DualShock controller with your PlayStation 4 controller with the PC.
Which is cool.
Which is cool because I have one.
Yeah, I have one of those.
And I just,
And I find myself, the Steam controller works for some games. It doesn't work for all games.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I like it for some things. Some things it feels a little awkward.
Yeah, I was starting to get used to it in GTA.
Oh, yeah.
And it just didn't, I had to change the configuration, but it wasn't quite right.
It takes some tinkering most time. We were lucky with Dark Souls 3. There was we found a profile that we liked, and that we just used.
It worked really well.
I've tried again. I tried to use a profile for Star Citizen, and I couldn't get it to work. But also because Star Citizen isn't on Steam, and I spent a while fiddling with that.
That's a whole
other
thing.
I kind of got annoyed with it. In fact, I haven't even really touched Star Citizen since, which was weird because it was a reward for myself, and I have not played it much. And I guess I should go back and check that out, but I just don't have enough time.
Yeah,
I need more time to play games.
We're in the fall time period, so we got lots of games coming for the holidays.
Yeah, we got all kinds of stuff. Battlefield 1's right on the horizon. It's a week or so out.
Yeah.
And then Civ 6.
Yeah,
I'm super excited about Civ 6, but I will probably be buying both of those.
Yes.
Yes.
And then all the games that we haven't been playing that we talk about.
And I'm going to have to find time to play both of those. And then when Sun and Moon comes out, find time for playing it.
At least Sun and Moon's portable, you can play it while you're doing other stuff.
I will sleep when I'm dead.
We don't need sleep. We just need games. EVE Online is going free to play.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
We talked about this before. Briefly.
I don't know if we talked. I couldn't remember if we talked about it.
I think we did. We talked about it. I don't know if we were.
I think I'm going to get into it. It's supposed to be next month sometime. I haven't got a date on it yet.
Yeah.
But there's supposedly next month it's going free to play.
Yeah, or part of it's going free to play.
Well, it's not fully.
I mean,
there's still going to be the pay element, but it's like two parts of the game.
Yeah.
But there's going to be a free to play element to it, and I think I'm going to get into it.
I think I might try to jump in if I find time.
I think I'm going to try it because it's one of those MMOs I've always wanted to play. I've never had the money or time to do it.
I've played it a little bit.
Yeah. And I've done the trial.
Yeah.
Once or twice, and it's one of those I really want to get into, and I think when it goes free to play, I'm going to get into it.
Yeah, we should check it out together. If as with all MMOs, it's always come down to either I don't have time to play it,
or I don't have anyone else to play with.
Or I don't have enough money to pay for it.
Yeah.
It's either I have the money to pay for it, but I don't have time to play it, or I don't have time to play it, and I don't have the money to pay for it, but I have time to play it. So, yeah.
So maybe the free to play will get us in the door.
Yeah, at least check it out.
Yeah,
get
I want to try it. So,
yeah, maybe we'll do that together.
Start a corporation together.
Yeah,
the May Corp.
The Deaf and Dumb.
Dumb Corp.
The Dumb Corp.
Dumb Corps.
It's a dummy corporation.
It's a Deafy corporation.
That sounds weird. Let's not do that.
Let's not do that.
Let's just
Dumb
forget
Corp.
you said it. I like dummy corporation. It's funny.
Dumb and Corp.
Deaf, Dumb, and Corp.
Mm-hmm.
Deaf, Dumb, and Sons.
That's terrible.
Oh.
We'll come up with a better name before we start this.
No, I'm pretty proud of Deaf, Dumb, and Sons.
All right. But we're gonna have to figure out some kind of LLC,
LLC,
because you know you're not gonna be the boss of me.
Oh, okay. Oh, I have so many options for what to name this episode.
Yeah, lots of good stuff.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I've been writing them down.
Well, that's all I had on my papers.
I mean, we just gonna sit around and dream of what Red Dead could be.
Yeah.
What it possibly, our aspirations.
I dream of a rock star.
I dream of a rock star.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
A red rock star.
A red rock star.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, I guess we'll wrap it up.
Yeah, let's go on.
Please go to our website.
Please.
deafandumb.com. DeafandDumb.com.
Please.
And, you know everything's there. Mm-hmm. There are links to other places that are pages for us.
Yeah.
And if you are into those kind of things, you could
like
them.
And
or
Twitter.
Follow or whatever it is you do.
Why are you doing a Christopher Walken thing?
Is it Christopher? I was just pausing.
You're doing a Christopher Walken pause.
Oh, I was thinking more of a Shatner thing.
I
wasn't trying to do an impersonation.
It was more of a Shatner pause.
I wasn't trying to do an impersonation.
Walken pause.
I wasn't trying to do an impersonation. I was just talking oddly.
So, you can follow us, find us on Facebook and Twitter,
all
or
that
through our website.
Or email us if you feel so inclined. Some people have actually emailed us.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Anything good?
No.
Anything worth mentioning?
No. That's why I haven't told you.
Oh, I didn't know. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Follow us on Twitter. I try to send out stuff on there, but most of the time I forget.
Good at it.
I'm not good with the Twitter.
You gotta be better at your job, Dudley. You're the social media guy. You need to handle it.
The Twitter.
This is me being your boss.
I just can't get into the Twitter. I even in my personal one, I barely ever use it.
Yeah.
And so.
Well, this is our job, Dudley.
We don't get paid.
No, this is not.
We're losing money on this deal.
This is our hobby.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
As always, thank you for listening, and we'll keep putting out episodes every week. Mm-hmm. This is
on Monday.
35.
Episode 35.
Yeah, episode 35
on Mondays.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much for listening. I'm Dan May,
and I'm Dudley May, and this has been
Deaf and Dumb.
And Dumb.
Deaf and Dumb.
Deaf and Dumb.